What's up, guys? I was just going to show you this bumper-to-bumper traffic out here on the roads. I'm out here in Kentucky on my way to uh, Tennessee, pick up a truck, and man, I'm coming across this more and more. No traffic. This is awesome. So I've been going through Nashville. I just set the cruise and just roll through there in a commercial truck because there is no traffic, and that's just crazy. But another thing I've been running into is when I'm in my tow vehicle, I eat at a fast food restaurant, and typically I go in because before the virus even hit, I'm a big person about washing my hands and not touching my food. I know it sounds crazy. Somebody doesn't touch their food, but sometimes I have to touch my food. You know, obviously if I eat chicken or something, or eat a hot dog, or, something like that. But I try not to touch my food because I'm all over the place, and I don't want to get sick because I'll miss work, or I'll take it home to my wife, or I'll give it to my grandkids. I don't want to get sick ever. So I try. I'm not a hypochondriac or anything like that, but I try not to touch my face and wash my hands. And so I've been having troubles with going into restaurants because they're all closed down to the public, and then you got to go through the drive-through. And then sometimes I'm hooked to a truck and I can't go through the drive-through, but I found that they're letting people walk up to their drive-through window, and order, and then pay for their food, and then walk on through. But it's kind of odd walking through a drive-through, and then people kind of look at you funny, and then you're behind a truck, and then they're all paranoid like you're gonna mug them. So that's kind of strange. But I've been going to Walmart. They have a little, like a deli in most Walmarts, and they have chicken and buffalo chicken and different things like that. Nothing but health food. And I go in there and get a plate of food for $4 or $5. That's my lunch or dinner, and then I roll on out of there. But I was up in what state was it? It was Ohio. It was near Cleveland, and I went into a Walmart just to see if they had some toilet paper, because there's been that toilet paper fiasco with toilet paper hoarders. And so in my state of Missouri, a lot of our Walmarts doesn't have toilet paper. So I thought, hey, I'm going to swing on in here, grab me some toilet paper. I might have a family member that runs out. I'll just give it to them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a hoarder. I only bought one pack. And we've already gave a pack away to a person that my wife works with. She was basically stealing toilet paper from work, taking it home to use it. And I said, man, if we come across some toilet paper, we're going to hook that chick up. And we went to an Aldi's, and they had toilet paper for a second, and we got her a pack. $2-3, ain't gonna hurt nobody. But yeah, I bought some canned goods that I can't find at the store back home. So that's handy to go out of state and go to a different grocery store and pick up the stuff you need. But right now I'm deadheading a long way for me. It's about 450 miles from Cleveland to Knoxville, Tennessee. Pick up a truck, and then I'm gonna run that baby on down to Mount Pleasant, Tennessee, and drop that dude off and head on home. So that's my thing. I pretty much had a full week this week, and it was pretty profitable. I've been not able to fill up a whole week with decent runs, but I got 3 600-mile runs and various 200-300-mile runs. And so at the end of this week, I probably would have done, let me see, uh, 7 runs this week. So I did 2, or no, I did 3 in one day. And I'm not going to tell you the mileage, but let me tell you, it was about 2.5 days worth of work because I just drove 22 hours straight. So, more or less. So, uh, yeah, logbook, that's a head scratcher. But I hope everybody's safe out there and staying 6.5 feet away from people because, you know, you got that extra half foot really makes a difference. So, and I hope you're wearing your mask. And I hope you're not sneezing on people. But, you know, I'm downplaying the virus. But there has been, you know, a couple of people died from a couple of YouTube channels that I follow. Their family members has died, but no one in my circle, no one I personally known or ever knew has died, and no one I know or live around me or even in my family is sick or in the hospital with this virus. So, but we do live in Missouri. We're not in New York. But I personally, a couple of weeks ago, I had kind of like a headache, and I kind of felt a little sick, and it almost felt like I was running a temperature, but I wasn't. And then after 2 days, it went away. So I don't know if I had it or not had it. I don't know. But at that point in time, I was home for, I think, 6 days straight. So, I mean, I just came up off of the road. So I may have gotten it and never known it. I don't know. And then my wife, she's a nurse, and she works at a place. They didn't close down one day, so she's going to work every day. And she hasn't gotten it. And, you know, we both wash our hands and we're careful. But, you know, that's what's up with me. I, after this load, am going to have to drive a 7-hour little trip on home, and then I'm going to do a short run next week, and then I'm going to take off about 6 days. And during those 6 days, I'm going to look for a new company. So, you know, it is what it is. A few weeks ago, I was very much displeased with, we'll call them TM. And so, you know, once a situation, a vehicle, or a company, or an employer pisses me off, I do not forget. And it's very, very hard for me to forgive. So, needless to say, TM has pissed me off. And so, basically, I'm going to replace them with someone better. So, I've been shopping around. I found a few companies, and, you know, they all have their quirks, drawbacks, and pay scales that fluctuate. So, I guess if you guys have any suggestions, either comment below. I'll indicate my email account below, and you could hit me up either way and let me know what's up, what you've heard about a good company. But I'm thinking about going with Team. And so I'm thinking about those guys, but I don't know. I've heard of a company called D&D. I heard that they're paying really, really well, but I don't know this to be a fact. This is hearsay, so I've never even heard of the company, and I'm going to try to look into that. And usually what I do to decide on a new company is I have a bunch of questions. I call them up, ask them all the questions I could possibly think of. Sometimes I even write a few questions down while I'm chit-chatting with them on the phone. And then if I feel them out, and I always ask them about, do you all have a run right now, right this second, for about 1,000 miles? And then they're like, oh, yeah, we got one. I'm like, okay, what does that run pay? And then they say, well, it's ba-da-da-da. And then I can pretty much judge their company off of that one example compared to other companies and their examples that they give me. So that's another thing that I try to do. But, I could move up to doing decking by working for a team after working for them for a while and get the experience to do decking. I'm on the fence with that. I know it pays more, and I know decking guys that do decking, they look down on the dudes that do singles, and they're like, oh, that's just for retired people and stuff like that. Well, hey, I am retired. I'm partially retired, so I ain't out here trying to kill myself, not at all. So, I would consider myself partially retired. And then here in about, I'd say 3 months, hopefully my house will be paid for. And then I'll even become more partially retired. So, that's kind of my hold up right now, that damn house payment. I'm sure a lot of other people is in my boat riding with me. But I hope you guys are out there safe, and I hope nobody gets this virus that watches my channel. And then if you like my channel, be sure and like and subscribe and give me some thumbs up. Help me spread the word. I try to help people out on this channel and tell them what I know, and I try to learn from them. And so, it's a kind of like a give and take relationship. I give, y'all take. Give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Get out there and make some damn money.